What's going on, everyone? Foxy here from YouTube. I am a video game collector and a longtime rider with a love and passion for all things two wheels. Been on bikes all sorts of kinds, from things like a 1980s Honda Goldwing, a Yamaha VMAX and Virago, Janus motorcycles, and of course, if you watch my channel, various types of Royal Enfields. The wonderful people at SMK asked me to be a part of their rider spotlight, and by doing so, they asked me a handful of questions, and figured, why not? This is a totally new thing for me to do, and I'm all about new experiences, so what the hell, right? The first question they asked me is, what is my favorite part of riding a motorcycle? And you know, everyone has different reasons for this answer, and throughout time, those reasons very well could change, like mine did. And at this point in my life, just the fact that I'm still able to ride is enough reason of its own. Why I say that is because, a long story short, I was diagnosed with a very, very rare disease called pyoderma gangrenosum that almost ended up taking my leg and my life. I flatlined 3 times in the hospital before they were able to pinpoint what exactly I had and how they could go about treating it. They had told me that I was never going to be able to ride again, much less walk without some sort of an aid from like a cane or wheelchair or like those walker things. And I'm doing all of those things, and it took a lot of training at the gym and a lot of stubbornness on my part, and really at the end of the day, I wanted to prove the doctors wrong, and that is exactly what I did. I'm back on motorcycles, and I am loving every second of it. I can't really be on the big boys just quite yet, but in due time, those will change. I'll be on an obnoxiously heavy bike at some point in life. The next question SMK asked me is what my favorite place is to ride motorcycles, and I struggle with this one because I don't necessarily have a favorite place, though some of my favorite times is just riding somewhere. Like recently, I rode for like an hour at some random place in Indiana. Had no idea where I was going, didn't really care at the time either, and by the end of it, all I did was, you know, pop the GPS on my phone and found my way back home. Thank God for GPS, by the way, because if I didn't, I would have been all sorts of screwed. Their third question that they asked me was, if you could ride anywhere in the world, where would it be? And this is a very, very interesting one, because I want to actually ride in Japan. Not really the big cities like Tokyo or Osaka, but more of like the scenic routes of Hokkaido or Kyushu, for example. And the reason why is because that country is just beautiful, and I really love the culture of Japan, and I feel like if I were to take a place, or a motorcycle to a place like Hokkaido or Kyushu, for example, I would have a much better opportunity of experiencing the Japanese culture without the hustle and bustle of the big city. And there's something about that to me that is just life-changing almost. I think that's super, super cool. And to have that experience would just be amazing. The last question that SMK has for me is what I like most about their helmets. So I have 3 SMK helmets, 7 helmets total, but 3 of which are from SMK, and my favorite part about them is that they are the most comfortable helmet that I own, or have ever owned in the past. And for someone like me who wears glasses, this is a huge deal, because other makes and manufacturers of helmets have issues for glasses users. I have no problems with any of the SMK helmets in this field. And that is a huge deal to me, and why I love their helmets the most. And as a bonus, here's one of my helmets from SMK. It holds the brake light attachment extremely well, better than any other helmet I own. And that's pretty damn cool. So that is the end of the questions, everyone. I guess I'll wrap things up for this spotlight here by saying you can follow me by searching @FoxParasite on YouTube, or if you just Google search that, it should be the first result shown. So check it out. I have a lot of fun stuff in the works and in my video library. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and as always, ride safe.